Shalom. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakwadash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, one Iknadal Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. So I'm in Isaiah, the second chapter, through the Spirit. Starting at the top, it says, the word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, said concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow in unto it. All right, so the mountain is a metaphor for government, okay? So the governing body that's going to be on top in the last days is going to be the governing, starting out with Yahushai. Yahushai's kingdom it's talking about. And, the Israelites, we are going to be the top mountain, the top government. Okay? It says the hills, those are smaller governments. They're all these current governments, all these hills, which are smaller governments, smaller, nations, countries. There it says they're all going to flow unto it. Because why? Because everyone's going to follow the laws of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai in our kingdom. We're going to, lead even the heathen nations will be following the laws. Verse 3. It's going to bring forth life. All right. Verse 3. And many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, which are the Israelites, to the house of the Most High of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. Right, so, like I was saying, all of the nations, they're going to seek to, be like us. They're going to seek to follow the laws of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So that's why it says he will teach us of his ways. We're going to teach the heathen the commandments along with our people, are going to be raised up in the commandments and the laws and the statutes. And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. All right, so this just shows you the when the kingdom of Yahweh is established, there isn't going to be war anymore. All right, so that proves to you that those fake Jews are not the true children of Yahweh, because there's war still going on, right? We're about to be in World War III here soon. So this shows you that the true government, the true mountain of Yahweh, which is the Israelites, is not set up yet. All right, it's going to be after Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai visits the earth with the chariots, right, during nuclear World War III. And says they're going to beat their swords into plowshares and their spears and their pruning hooks, and there's not going to be war anymore. So they're going to turn their weapons into farming tools, and they're going to be going straight to work in the kingdom. These heathen are going to be doing doing all the dirty work, so to speak. Starting out with Esau, Edom. Yeah, you bet your ass Esau is going to be, he's going to be the slave that's going to be worked the hardest. Verse 5, O house of Jacob, come ye and let us walk in the light of Yahweh. Right, the truth. That's what the light represents. Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they be replenished from the east, and are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers. Right, so the two-thirds, the ones who are not in the fold of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you want to still act like the stranger, which another word for stranger is Gentile. You want to be in that Gentile state of mind. well, guess what? You're going to be replenished in the kingdom, okay? Because you're going to have to die. You're not going to receive salvation. You're going to have to die in nuclear fire. And then, like I say, we'll replenish you in the kingdom. Verse 7. Their land also is full of silver and gold, neither is there any end of their treasures. Their land is also full of horses, neither is there any end of their chariots. Right? Talking about these heathen, talking about these strangers. Right? Because it's always about war with the heathen, especially Esau Edom. Right? There's no end to his chariots. He's got the most powerful military. But the thing is these other nations, they're going to team up and they're going to send nuclear fire to this white devil, to this Esau Edomite, which is the American Edomite I'm speaking of. Verse 8, their land is also full of idols. They worship the work of their own hands, that which their own fingers have made. Right, that's what this place is. It's a land of idolatry, right? You have you have a thing called freedom of religion, which in the kingdom there's not going to be freedom of religion. There's only going to be one truth, one religion, which is under Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So this place allows you to have all the idols you want, right? The only one that they don't want you to have are the true powers, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because that's the threat to their kingdom, and they know that. Verse 9. And the mean man boweth down, and the great man humbled himself. Therefore forgive them not. Enter into the rock, and hide thee into the dust, for fear of Yahweh and for the glory of his majesty. Right, so this is going into the underground bunkers, because when the missiles start to be shot to the ends of the world, you're going to have these elite and all these rich people, upper class, upper class, crawling into their bunkers. That's why it says enter into the rock, prophecy. Verse 11, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day. Right, so you're not going to be questioning who has the right, who's right with religion, who's right with whose God is correct. In that day, Yahweh is going to be exalted. No other gods, no other idols, no other men are going to be exalted in that day. Everyone's going to know the truth by pain, right? The ones with the faith that are coming into the fold already, we're we're in the right mindset, repenting and praising and glorifying Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The rest, they're going to be learning the truth by pain. All right, as it is written. Let's see where I'm at. Verse 12. For the day of Yahweh of hosts shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. Right, and that's self-explanatory. The ones who are proud in their ways, Esau Edom, namely speaking, he's going to be brought low on the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, when Yahweh visits the earth. He's going to have his kingdom destroyed. He's not going to be in dominion anymore. He's going to be brought very low. He's going to be brought to that base man that the scriptures say he really is, which is Esau Edom. According to the scriptures, he's the base man, more viler than the earth, right? So let's read 13. And upon the cedars of Lebanon that are high and lifted up, and upon the oaks of Bashan, and upon all the high mountains, and upon the hills. Relax here. Trying to do a couple of things over here at once. And upon all the high mountains, and upon all the hills that are lifted up, and upon every high tower, and upon every fenced wall, and upon all the ships of Tarshish, and upon all pleasant pictures, the loftiness of man shall be bowed down. Meaning all over the planet Earth. there's not gonna be nothing else exalted but Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and obviously the his men and his remnant. Verse 18. And the idols he shall utterly abolish. So he's getting Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai on the last day. You can mark my words that all of the false idols, all the pagan gods, all this bullshit that people have been putting their hope in, that's going to be abolished in that day. All right, meaning gotten rid of. You're not going to hear about that anymore. And they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth. Again, those underground bunkers. For fear of Yahweh and for the glory of his majesty when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. And how's he going to shake terribly the earth? It's going to be by those ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right, verse 20. In that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats. Because why? Because those little images, those little fake gods, fake images of idols, idolatry, they're going to be useless. It's going to cast them off to the moles and the bats, meaning they're useless. Verse 21. To go into the clefts of the rocks and into the tops of the ragged rocks for fear of Yahweh and for the glory of his majesty when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. Again, how's that earth going to be shaken? Because these elite, these rich people of Esau, Edom, and the heathen nations that have underground bunkers, they're going to climb into those clefts in the rocks, and they're going to be they're going to actually come to a point where they wish the rocks would fall on them rather than dealing with the one that sits on the throne, which is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, right? They'd rather have a big-ass boulder fall on them than to deal with the wrath of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, okay? Cease ye from man whose breath is in his nostrils, for wherein he is to be accounted of. Right, so if you're an Israelite, cease from these doctrines made by men. All right, you need to repent into the true powers, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and that's where salvation comes, and that's what's going to keep us protected in this day of wrath. Okay, but yeah, these heathen, they're going to be climbing into their bunkers for fear of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Let's get Revelation 6. Let me get this real quick. Yeah, we'll get it on. Alright, I'll start at verse 13. It says, Revelation 6 and 13, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Because those nuclear missiles, they're going to look like stars falling from heaven. If you want a good depiction, you could watch the Simpsons movie. And right at the beginning of the movie, they show that image of the missiles falling to the earth, and they look like stars falling from heaven. All right. Verse 14, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain of the island were moved out of their places. Talking about the mushroom cloud, right? Kind of opens up like a scroll. Then you see the mushroom cloud on the top when they show you the explosions of the nuclear missiles. Verse 15, and the kings of the earth and the great men, remember these rich people have these underground bunkers, and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens in the rocks of the mountains, right? Because they're going to get so scared of what the destruction that's happening, they're going to be like, oh shit, we'd rather these rocks fall on us than to deal. Well, let's read it. Verse 16, and said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? And the answer to who shall be able to stand are the elect. Because the elect, we're going to be up in them chariots safe from the destruction, right? We're going to be watching the destruction from the chariots, all right? So the ones on the earth, the ones in their underground bunkers, let me tell you, the place you want to be on the last day, on the day of wrath, when all the missiles, the last trumpet goes off, the safest place to be is in a chariot, not in no damn underground bunker, okay? Let's get that in Isaiah 20 and 20, no, maybe it's 24 and 20. No, but we'll bring this one out. This ain't the one I'm looking for. This one says, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. You see? And let's keep reading. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. And remember, part of their punishment is going to be, is going to be when they're so scared, when the destruction's happening, they're going to wish that the rocks from the hills fall upon them rather than to deal with the wrath of the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shai, right? Because he's coming back to make war, right? Let me see. I'm trying to find, maybe it's 24. No. Oh, yeah, it's 26. 20. Because remember what I said, it's on the day of World War III, on the day of like missiles flying, the last day where Yahweh's wrath is going to be felt by all the people, all the inhabitants of the earth. The safest place to be on that day, in that moment, will be in a chariot, not in an underground bunker. You see? So Isaiah 26 and 20, it says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut the doors about thee. Hide thyself as if it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpast. And remember, indignation is Yahweh's righteous hatred. So he's going to be appeased by the destruction. It's going to make him happy, right? So, but the verse 20, Isaiah the prophet says, he's telling, come, my people, enter into thy chambers and shut the doors about thee. So what is that chamber? It's talking about into that chariot. And shut the doors on the chariot until the destruction be overpassed, right? It's not going to be, Isaiah didn't say, go join the elite in their underground bunkers, see if you can get in a bunker, that way you can be kept from destruction, kept from harm. No, he said, come into the chambers and shut the doors, all right? It says, verse 21, for behold, Yahweh cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. And what's his place? His place is heaven. Where are those chariots coming from? They're coming from the heavens, right? So you got to remember, the chariots are a double-edged sword. They're ready for destruction, and they're ready to save the elect. So everything with Yahweh is balance, even the chariots, right? Chariots are going to be balanced out by saving the elect and also assisting with the destruction of Babylon, America. All right? Let me read it again, verse 21. For behold, Yahweh cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain. Right? So, that's crazy. Yahweh, the way Yahweh puts the words in the prophets, the earth is going to disclose her blood. That's a cold line right there. And that's what's going to happen, though. The earth is going to disclose her blood, and it's going to be on these people, on the wicked, the 2/3 of Israel, also all the heathen. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and close out on that. It was all through the Spirit. I went in on the destruction again. I think that's actually 2 days in a row is going in on destruction. But hey, we're getting to that point. We're getting closer and closer, So if you're an Israelite, man, this is time to repent. You need to come into the fold of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, lest ye be destroyed with the inhabitants of the earth. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close out. I hope the lesson was edifying. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And shalom to the elect.